After you launch Excel, you're presented with this screen. You can either create blank workbook, access 3 hands-on Excel tutorials for formulas, welcome to Excel or pivot tables, or create standard Excel document using the template. In fact, if you click more templates, you see that you can create a lot of standard documents from existing template. For example, Gantt chart, custom calendar, or simple invoice. But for the purposes of this tutorial, I am going to click blank workbook. Workbooks and worksheets is where everything lives in Microsoft Excel. We've just created a new Excel file, and all work happens inside the file, and this file is called the workbook. Workbook can hold multiple pages, and each page is called a worksheet, or just simply a sheet. All sheets are listed as tabs in the bottom left corner. By default, you just get one sheet, sheet 1. But you can create additional sheets by clicking a plus sign. Excel worksheet is a grid, which consists of columns and rows. Excel columns are labeled with letters, for example A, B, C, and etc. And rows are labeled with numbers, for example row 1, row 2, row 3, and etc. You might be surprised to learn that each worksheet can have more than 1 million rows and a little more than 16,000 columns. What's interesting, you can select the entire column by clicking the letter in the header. For example, I'm going to select column B or column D. And in the same way, you can select the row by clicking on the number. I'm going to select the row 3 and row 5. Excel worksheet consists of cells. Each cell is an intersection of the column and the row. For example, this is cell C3 and this is cell F7. You can navigate between the cells using the mouse or the keyboard. When you double-click on the cell, you can type information inside the cell. Cell can have numbers, text, or formulas. To navigate the cells in the same row, you can use arrows on the keyboard. For example, I am going to use arrow right or arrow left. To navigate column cells, you can use up arrow or down arrow on the keyboard. Or you can also use enter to go down. Excel captures the address of the active cell in the upper left corner. For example, as I move from cell to cell, you see that the cell changes from C3 to the cell D3 or down to D4. To the right of the cell address, you see formula bar. Every time you type something in the cell, be it a text, a number, or a formula, you will see it in the formula bar. Excel has a concept of ranges, which is just a group of cells that act together. Excel range could be a column-like. For example, the range here would be B2 to B8. Or the range could be a row. This range is B2 to F2. Or the range could be a rectangle. For example, this range is C2 to F8. All Excel tools live in the ribbon in the upper part of the application. Excel tab help group tool categories on the ribbon. For example, you can navigate between the tab by clicking on the tab itself. And as you move between the tabs, you see different tools in each tab. The best thing with Excel is that the Home tab is where you spend most of your time. Excel groups are the smaller sections inside the tab. For example, Home tab has groups like clipboard, font, alignment, number, styles, cells, editing, sensitivity, and add-ons. Small launcher button opens additional tools available for you for the specific group. For example, when I clicked on the font launcher, additional dialog box opens up, and I can navigate to see additional options for cell formatting. Now, let's look at key Excel screen parts to help you better understand user interface. In addition to worksheet grid, ribbon, name box, and formula bar, Excel has other helpful tools for you. Since worksheets can have a lot of data, Excel has scroll bars at the bottom and on the right to help you navigate. It also has zoom slider on the bottom right, which helps you manage the size of your workbook and enlarge and reduce the size as necessary. The view buttons next to the slider let you switch how you look at the same worksheet. Normal is best for everyday editing. Page layout shows how it looks on the printed page. And page break preview shows where pages are split and let you adjust page breaks before printing. The Quick Access toolbar is the small strip of icons on the very top of Excel in the upper right, and it stays visible no matter which tab you are on. Since it's always visible, it's meant for your most common actions like save, undo, redo, and other commands you use constantly. And you can customize Quick Access toolbar by adding additional commands. If the content was helpful, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.